often we hear about antibiotic resistance, but what it is all about? Bacteria are single-cell microorganisms. A few harmful microorganisms, for example less than 1% of bacteria, can invade our body and make us ill. Bacteria trigger illnesses such as throat infection or ear infection. Antibiotics are a type of antimicrobial drug used in the treatment and prevention of bacterial infection. Antibiotics are not effective against viruses such as common cold or influenza and may be harmful when taken inappropriately. The overuse of antibiotics have contributed to the problem of antibiotic resistance. Antibiotics resistance occurs when bacteria change so that the effectiveness of antibiotics is reduced or eliminated. The bacteria survive and continue to increase in number, causing damage. Why do bacteria become resistant to antibiotics? Antibiotic resistance is a natural phenomenon. When an antibiotic is used, bacteria that can resist antibiotic have a greater chance of survival than those that are susceptible. Susceptible bacteria are killed or inhibited by an antibiotic, resulting in a selective pressure for the survival of resistant strains of bacteria. Some resistance occurs without human action, as bacteria can produce and use antibiotics against other bacteria, leading to a low level of natural selection for resistance to antibiotics. However, the current higher levels of antibiotic resistance bacteria are attributed to their overuse and abuse of antibiotics. In some countries and over the internet, antibiotics can be purchased even without a doctor's prescription. Patients sometimes take antibiotics unnecessarily to treat viral illnesses like the common cold, leading to the problem of antibiotic resistance.
How do the bacteria become resistant to the antibiotic? Bacteria become resistant to the antibiotic when there is gene mutation occurs in the bacterial DNA. The structure of the mutant bacteria change and thus it becomes resistant to the antibiotic. When there is no competition for food, the bacteria start to multiply and they can survive in the host cell until the new antibiotic is found to kill the bacteria.
Other than genetic mutation, bacteria acquire resistance from another bacterium, like seeing drug dealers. These ways includes conjugation, viruses, and also environment. In conjugation, bacteria can transfer genetic material, including genes encoding resistance to antibiotics from one bacterium to another. These genes are found on plasmid. Did you know that bacteria can get infected with a type of virus called a bacteriophage? The resistance trait from one bacterium are packaged into the head portion of the virus. The virus then injects the resistance trait into any new bacteria it attacks. Other than conjugation and viruses method, bacteria also have the ability to acquire naked free DNA from their environment. This is known as transformation.
How does antibiotic resistance spread? Genetically, antibiotic resistance spread through bacteria population horizontally and vertically. Horizontal gene transfer can even occur between different bacterial species. Environmentally, antibiotic resistance spread as bacteria themselves move from place to place. Bacteria can travel via airplane, water, and wine. People can pass the resistant bacteria to others, for example, by coughing or contact with unwashed hands. Can bacteria lose their antibiotic resistance? The answer is yes. Antibiotic resistance rates can be lost, but this reverse process occurs more slowly. If the selective pressure that is applied by the presence of an antibiotic is removed, the bacterial population can potentially revert to a population of bacteria that responds to an antibiotic.